What's up, y'all? It's your girl Camilla. I am with Girl Talk Unplugged and Street Talk, and I got my girl here, Chaunte Wayans.
Hey. Let it know.
You know what? I got her. She was asleep. She knocked out.
Oh, man.
We got her up. So we got her here today.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay, you know. So, Chaunte.
Yes.
Do I make you nervous?
You do.
I do?
You're gorgeous.
Hey, thank you. You know, I've been...
Y'all don't know, but before this camera talk, she mentioned like 18 girlfriends and one boyfriend. So I'm trying to figure it out right now.
Well, sometimes, you know, this day and age, you just gotta like who you like.
Amen.
Who floats your boat.
Hey.
Who's doing what you need them to do. And if it's a girl or a man, hey, I'm down for it, you know? So I don't discriminate.
Amen.
But let's get into the juicy juice, because that's what we do at Street Talk, Girl Talk Unplugged. We get all the details of the, you know, information that people don't really necessarily want to talk about. Mm-hmm. So we just gonna dive right up in there, right?
We're going deep.
We're not gonna go too deep. We're gonna do fun. This show is like all about being fun, showing your personality. You're a comedian, you know what I mean? I think that you're great. I watched your special, that's why we're here. She has a special out on Netflix. It's called She's Ready.
They ready.
They ready?
No. It's because Tiffany Haddish was She Ready.
I thought right.
No, Tiffany was She Ready, and so then she picked 6 comedians, and it's called They Ready.
They Ready. And
it's on Netflix. Tiffany Haddish presented it, produced it, and so did Wanda Sykes and Paige Hurwitz.
Oh, I love Wanda Sykes. I was able to work with her before. She's hilarious.
Yeah, she's so funny.
So being that you are a comedian, I don't know if you guys know, she is a Wayans, and you know, it's just what it is. How was that as far as trying to figure out your lane and trying to be a comedian?
I think it's hard because you're always, you know, whoever starts it kind of starts a trail of who they think you should be. So it's funny because there's this story of me starting with like 2-3 minutes of stand-up with my cousin Damon Jr., and my uncle Damon took us on the road, and we're doing like theaters and arenas, and people are just like, "Boo, you're not a Wayans."
I was gonna ask you that. That's gonna be one of my questions. Have you ever been boo? But we'll get to that.
Oh yeah, I mean, you know, people, but this is like I just started comedy last week. Damon took us on the road, and it's beautiful because when you start an empire, you want to be able to take care of your family and stuff, but you know, the audience doesn't know that you started last week, so they expect Damon to write all your jokes, and you're supposed to come out heavy hitting. But eventually, you know, I just remember just going, I want to stay true to myself, who I am, what I want to look like, all that stuff, and hopefully I get to touch a youth or a generation that doesn't have that voice out. Right,
that's deep. So when you found out that you wanted to be a comedian, were you already a lesbian, or were you finding out, you know?
No, I was like going hardcore. I was in a state of like borrowing my stepdad's clothes. Like
really?
I was in that confused state of like, yo, I should wear like the bigger, the better. Like I was, you know, and this is a part of like searching for your identity, but I would wear huge clothes so people knew I was gay.
Right.
But then that was like around the time when like girls were able to be tomboys.
Because I was a tomboy, so I mean, I didn't wear necessarily like baggy clothes, but I wore tennis shoes. I was hanging with the guys. I didn't want to hang out with the girls. That was boring. You know, I wanted to climb the trees. I wanted to do all the stuff like boys did, so I was kind of like the nigga, you know? But the pretty girl nigga. So you still in clothes and everything like that, that's hilarious because for one, kids think that you can put baggy clothes on, that's gonna make people think you're gay. Because you could have still been a pretty chick and just like big clothing.
Well, you know, when you in New York and Jersey, those dudes don't care. Those East Coast dudes. They like, oh, it's snowing outside. It's snowing outside. I know she got titties under that hoodie.
I know she got a little thing.
They be like, yo, she got on Timbs and stuff. They be happy about all that. Yeah, like that's a ride or die chick, and she got big titties. I like that.
But see, that confuses me. Because I'm like, when guys want to talk to girls that do look like, or, you know, are dressed like a boy, I'm like, are you confused? Or do you want to be a woman?
Is there like some kind of
I don't know, because
interest?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Like, is it an interest of, I don't know, but some people.
I just think dudes are horny and they like to figure out.
They don't care if you got
they
don't care if you got a green, pink, white.
They don't care about anything. They just want to. It's the experience of I got that person. You know what I'm saying? So I've had encounters like that with women to where, you know, I just feel like something about her. I want to know, and I don't want to say conquer, but in a sense, you're just like, oh, you won't give me nothing? Like, I want to.
Right.
I want to figure out how to change this.
So They Ready special, brought to you by Tiffany Haddish. How did that come out? I mean, like, how did that come about?
Man, Tiffany's just a chick of her word. And she, you know, I knew Tiffany for quite a while, and, you know, we run tough in the streets and all that stuff. And Tiffany just, you know, she told everybody pretty much that, you know, when I get to a level, then I'll take care of you.
And that's what we need in this entertainment. Loyalty, people that are down for you and that don't leave you at the moment that they get up there. Because it happens. And they'll be like, oh, bitch, you figure it out.
Yeah. But Tiffany, I think, I mean, especially for this one, not to say anything about anybody else she knew, but I think Tiffany knew the loyalty within the group of people she chose.
Right.
She also, you know, she chose not only off of like, you know, I don't know if these people will get a chance or, you know, it's a harder role for people and they need to be seen, but also just like these people were with me when I was coming up. And that's very important because like right now I have texts from people, like I literally looked at their text before and it's like 2013, and then they're texting me like, "Hey, girl,"
trying to get back in there,
right? And it's very sad because you never know who's going to be in your circle who blows up, and you should just you don't. This is not kiss ass and all that stuff. This is just about staying true and like to this day I call people or I text them. And I just go, sometimes I just be like, I love you, bro.
You know what's so crazy? Recently, I had a friend, not to get off topic, but I had a friend, I called, and it was an ex-boyfriend. And I just thought about him. And there's so many people that are dying nowadays that I just wanted to reach out. You know, we have FaceTime now, so I have FaceTime. I never really FaceTime a dude, but he is in a relationship now. When I called him, I said, hey. He's like, why are you calling me FaceTime? Instead of just embracing the fact, I'm just calling to check on you. I'm not calling to have sex with you, calling to get with you, but you're acting all weird because you're sitting there with a new girl.
His girl was just right here. And you called and she's like, who the hell is that? And she's like, you're not going to answer? So now he got to answer.
I'm like,
and you like, hey, honey.
It's crazy, but you have to have a loyal person that you're going to be secure in your situation. Absolutely. Because I'm a friend and I thought we were friends for 15 years. I should be able to call you anytime and say, hey, how are you? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it was still awkward. It made me not even want to call him again or even check up on him again or even want to even know how he's doing. So that's good that you...
No, and that's what happens. And I try to look at people, whatever, like, I mean, they got to be a really bad person for me to just go, not bad, but really mess up my energy to make me go, I don't want to be a part of your life or vice versa. But for the most part, you know, you do have to understand people do get busy, people do get in relationships, people do go through certain things.
Right.
But I like coming from a place of like, I did this because I wanted to.
Right.
And then eventually I go, you know what, I'm tired of it. Asking you how I'm doing. I can't even I'm good, how are you?
And people nowadays are looking for clout. That's the new word that they're using. And everybody is just, you know, Instagram is out, social media. Everybody wants to be attached to who's who. They really don't. It's not even a real friendship anymore. But back to They Ready.
I was going to say, before you start that off, that's why my fans became like my celebrity kind of. Like, I rather follow my fans than celebrities.
Me too.
So, like...
oh, my God. We might be best friends for real.
You might have another girlfriend on your hands.
You know what?
All right, so...
Look, hey, I'm a bad girl. I don't know if you know. So, speaking of, you know, we're going to throw some little fun out there. Speaking of a bad girl, I'm from the Bad Girls Club. Everybody knows we got wild, crazy, fun, sex, drink. What's the baddest thing you did in the last month?
In the last month?
Last week. Yesterday, because you look bad. So what you do yesterday? That was bad.
Yesterday I was walking into a sex shop after my comedy show. And it's not even really bad, but I'm like having a conversation about a dildo with a gay dude. And he's like telling me like, no, he's like, you should totally get this one. Trust me, I know.
Right.
And I was like, what do you mean you know? Like the vagina feels different from this. So it's not bad, but I'm saying bad because I don't realize really what's happening right now. So like I got a billboard here and I see people smiling at me or treating me a different way. So literally I walk outside looking for my friend and this girl's like, oh, just so you want a comedy show. And I got dicks all in the back of me. So I'm just like, yeah, what you did? You want to help me pick out a dick? And so she comes in.
Oh my God.
Helps me
picking out dicks. We should have did the interview there.
We should have.
you. That's what I'm talking about. Street Talk, Talk Club. We can do our next interview.
We'll go.
Yeah, we'll go figure out how to.
Because I want to know, you know, fellas, I want y'all to know it's not just hard for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I haven't used a dildo in so long, right? And
wow.
Then, like, I mean,
so what
I have recently. You know, my fingers, my tongue, you know, everything else, you know, body rock, all that shit.
Oh, what is that? Okay, wait, we're going to have another interview for this kind of stuff.
I was going to say, don't let me go into that. But what I want to say to you fellas is that when I first went back out to try to get a penis, I tried to get the biggest dildo because I was like, I think this is what they want right now, and I haven't been able to screw a girl.
Oh no, we do not want.
Like, what is this monster?
Yeah.
And I was like,
I didn't mess with two guys because they had big, huge dicks, and I wanted them so bad, but I just couldn't do it. I was
like, a tip? What? Is it girth or length? Sorry to cut you off.
It needs to be both. It needs to have a little length. I mean, I can't do a pencil stick. You know, a pencil stick is a skinny thing, and it gets floppy and it goes like that. You need something with some width, because if you have say for instance, 4-inch penis, right?
Yeah.
If you got a little width to it, you can be able to at least penetrate if you know what you're doing. If you got this skinny pencil penis,
right?
It's kind of like you just bouncing all around and you not, you know what I mean?
You're trying to hit all walls.
Exactly. So I think for the most part, I think if you just know how to work your penis,
you're good.
Yeah.
You're welcome, fellas.
You feel me? Like, it's just because I've had horrible big dick dudes and then I've had great small penis dudes. So
do you think it's more about you pleasing a dude though? Look, now I'm interviewing her.
Well, you know what? It's how it goes when you're doing a good interview. So I think that sometimes you have to just be open to sex and exploring, because some people might not know what to do the first time around. Mm-hmm. I got grown enough to know that I'll give you a second try, because the first time might not go as planned. Right, and I'm going to be pissed. Right. And I'm going to live with that shit for the rest of my life. And I'll be like, it's horrible. So you just got to go in there and be yourself and just, I guess, please me, you know, because I'm a pleaser too. So I'm not the person that just wants to sit there and lay there. I'm like, let's go in.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Okay,
they ready.
On girl talk. We ready.
Got that street talk, girl talk. So that was the last thing that you did. Okay. Well,
last crazy thing I did.
Okay, so how much pressure was it for you? I watched on the episode and also looked up some of your interviews that you've been having. You said that it was a lot of pressure on you to change your image. How important was it to keep who you were? Or how did you find your image as far as like what it is today?
I think like in the beginning, like I didn't even try to dress like clean. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I put on a hoodie and some jeans, and I would just get on stage and do what I do. But what was happening for me was no matter what I look like, except when I go outside my comfort zone, mm-hmm. which is like trying to show cleavage and stuff like that, my jokes told who I was. Mm. And so, you know, you got to imagine, like, for me, it could be 1,000 people in the audience, and if one person comes up to me, that means I'm working something, you know, and eventually that'll trickle off. And so I've had pastors come up to me and go, you know, I don't agree with your lifestyle, but that was funny.
Right.
I've had parents whose kid just came out the closet come up to me and go, thank you, because now I feel like we have a different understanding.
Right.
But that's why I talk on subjects that I talk about. And it's not like, you know, I'm not dissing the LGBT, but I'm also going, I like to bring up questions that are happening in the straight world and for us. Because you can't tell me we don't think about certain things.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's about expressing those opinions and putting that voice out for the person that's coming up and trying to find somebody that's for them, you know, somebody they can look up to.
And with comedy, you have to be authentic. And being that, like, when you came out, was it like a coming out, or is it like everybody already knew? We know Chaunte gay.
I think everybody knew. I just think because my grandfather was a Jehovah's Witness, and I feel like everybody who wasn't knocking on doors was gay to him. You know what I mean? Right. So we'll be walking down the street like, look at this gay guy.
Right.
So you'd be like, he's fucking carrying grocery bags.
Right.
Like, fucking faggot. You'd be like, what is happening? But that was in the 80s, and that was a time when it wasn't so out there.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Accepted,
and so it wasn't accepted. So I have a supportive family. The worst thing that happened was I just got jokes put on me.
Right.
I became that person. And then I'm also the go-to, like, yo, so what's the new
right?
And I'm like, I don't know. Stop calling me for reference.
For the kids that's out there, how can we give them some advice to just be strong enough to be, a voice?
I think, one, you have to understand that you have to be able to understand both sides. This is like to the kids and the parents, but you have to be able to understand that your parents are just looking out for your best interests. Mm-hmm. They don't always know how to express that. Mm-hmm. They don't know how to deal with that. If they see somebody dying or getting murdered, their natural reaction is, you know what I mean? It's like your mom not wanting you to hang out with bad people,
right?
Or people selling drugs. I know a lot of cool people that sell drugs and do stuff, right. But they don't do nothing to me. But I love them, and they will protect me and all that stuff as best as they can. But parents just naturally want to make sure you're safe. They just want to.
And I see that now. When I asked her when I got her, I said, "Mom, why?" She said, "I just want grandkids." And nowadays
that's another thing.
It's you can have kids in your marriage with your spouse and everything. We're at a time where you can get married to your spouse, being a woman or a woman, lesbian and gay. So it's just a different time, and it's more accepted. And I think that it's great that people are able to just love. And I have a quote that you had. You said you want to just be seen as being a human being. What does that mean to you?
That just means that, if whatever I'm wearing, if we all walked around naked and you just felt my energy and felt my love that I try to push out there into the world, nothing else would matter.
Right.
And that's one of the things, because I didn't really answer the question, but to the kids and the new generation coming up or people that's feeling depressed, I've been through all that. I've been through everything, and there's been a purpose. I've seen my purpose, because when you feel like you should have been dead, or certain things happen in your life and you don't know how you get past it, but you get past it. This is what your purpose of life becomes about. And if you don't share your gifts and your struggles to that next generation, then you're doing yourself a disservice for your entire life.
Right. And I think it's so great that you're being so honest, so true to yourself. Like, you're not putting on a front, but like you said, you have to go through those roads, those bumps to figure out who you were as a person, who you are today. Chaunte Wayans to be exact. I think it's dope. I think I didn't know who you were when I first got this call and everything. Not like that. I
know it's cool.
But I mean, as far as but when I know some of your family members, but it's so funny because it's wow, you can be amongst a huge legendary family and then feel like you get lost. You know what I mean? So how do you stay true to yourself, being that you are a part of such a legendary family?
I think that's why I was so adamant about talking about my lifestyle and just certain opinions that I have without going to politics or trying to find other topics to talk about, because I knew that was going to set me aside from my family. It was also going to set me aside from other comedians who were afraid to speak on it. Right. And I have at least 3 comedian friends that every now and again they'll just go, "Thank you for being a voice, because now I'm talking about it." And they've been in the game longer than me.
Doesn't that feel so good?
It's amazing.
It's so fulfilling. When I was on Bad Girls Club, I couldn't believe people liked me because I was fighting. Right. But it wasn't because I was fighting. It wasn't because I was fighting. Every last person that slid in my DMs or ever met me, they always say, "You made me strong because you stood up for yourself." It's the 6 girls in the house that tried to jump me. They're little moms, grannies, cousins, all different walks of life. And I'm just wow. Just to hear, like you said, that one person that can reach out to you and say, "You changed me," or "I wanted to kill myself yesterday." I get these messages, and it's crazy to me that little old me in my bubble, I'm not the hugest celebrity, I'm not Beyonce, but I get those people that come into my page to tell me how great of a person I am. When I post my daughter, it makes me inspired to teach or anything. So you're doing a great job.
Thank you.
You are amazing. You're beautiful. You're swagged out. But we're gonna get a juicy question in right here.
Man.
So it's a hot girl, hot boy summer, right?
Oh man.
Are you into Meg Thee Stallion? You know who Meg Thee Stallion is?
Are
you driving the boat or nah? No. Do we have to hit it in the back? Because we're going to make Chaunte drive a boat. You ready?
All right, go ahead.
No, just kidding. No.
Gosh.
So, the girls are having the point system, boys are getting points. What would you be willing to do? Who would you be willing to take on a vacation? And why? Meg the Stallion, Sweetie, Lizzo, Cardi B.
Damn. Okay, so here's the deal. I can't choose two?
You can choose whoever you want. Right. And you have city girls. So it's a hot girl summer full effect. Who's gonna have the littest summer vacation?
Sweetie and Cardi B.
Ow! And why?
And Sweetie is just
sweet.
I mean, do we have to say anything else? So but Cardi B, I mean, I mess with her on different levels, but before she like really blew up, we did a show at a strip club together. Oh, cool. And she was just so open, and so we took a picture.
Down to earth, huh?
And yeah, I got this picture with her, and it's like we go together. No, we go together. That's how like cool.
So you be showing out on the low, like look at me and Cardi.
I do. I might repost it. You know what I'm saying? Because my followers did go up, so I need people to know.
We need our clout. Okay.
I need people to know, but them too.
Right. Okay, I would definitely. I probably would take a wall, you know. Yeah, I like that, but I like different flavors.
She friends with all of us.
I'm not. But okay, so what is the most awkward situation you've been in being a comedian?
Ooh, it's either gonna be a mom trying to sell her daughter to me.
What?
Not sell like money wise, but like really, just like oh my God, I used to be gay, but I'm not anymore. But here's my daughter. Oh, and I just want you're just like, whoa, what is happening? Because when you get fame, there's a whole different power that comes into play.
Oh yes.
And so it doesn't matter really what you are. If you make people laugh, you make people feel you, and it look like you got money, then you can kind of get
anything. Huh?
No, I don't want to say anything. There's some people that, you know, but pretty much anything.
Pretty much, yeah, because I can get free, like, I mean, my scale is not as high, but I have gotten to where I can get some free flights and stuff, you know.
Yeah, but see, I'm on tour with my uncle. That's me being on tour with my uncle. So they're like, oh, you Chaunte?
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. So do you get that all the time to where that people just want to attach themselves to you because of who you are or who you are associated with?
I do, for sure. I mean, just certain women, like I've had women who didn't see me on stage or you know, they came to the after party from my uncles, and then I would go get some girls to try to fill up the VIP.
Right, of course.
And so, you know, they getting a drink and I'm like, hey ladies, I might be too corny stepping to people, but it's because I don't want people to feel like I'm trying to be that person.
Right.
So I walk up, I'm like, hey ladies, y'all want to come get a drink in the VIP? Y'all can chill, blah, blah, blah. All this stuff, and then I go back to VIP and they see this person, and then like, hey, we'll be right over.
Oh, right.
And now, not only are they in VIP, but now they're talking to me because there's so many other people that's distracting that they don't have anybody
to talk to.
Right. So they're like, so what you do?
Right.
And you know, I was like, what you do? Oh, I'm a model in Missouri, bitch. In Missouri, right. You model. All right.
I mean, to tell you, being in LA, being out here, everybody wants to put on for something. Everybody's somebody or trying to be somebody, which is cool. That's what you want to do. But I mean, it's watered down. Like it's come on now, come with the authenticity, because people want real shit. Like that's why people love Cardi B. She's real. She showcases who she is. She don't give a fuck. She's stripping on stage. She's, you know, whatever. I think that's so amazing that people can stay true to themselves in this game because it gets lost.
Absolutely.
You know, and I've had that, and I ain't even big, so I can just imagine somebody trying to bump shoulders with me, and I'm like, girl, I ain't even. I can't give you no money. Okay?
Listen, I'll top the girl because there's dudes. Like I remember being in North Carolina. And this dude came up to me and my brother, and he's just like he, first of all, he's giving me a handshake, but trying to slap my titty at the same time.
Oh, no, he didn't.
So he's just like, yo, I love you, and while now,
and all this stuff.
Not. So he just literally, he keeps like doing this, but every time he do
he's trying to,
I'm like, is he grabbing my thing? But the dude becomes so excited that he won't leave. And then when he wants, like, he's like, yo, I'm about to go to this other club because there's no chicks over here. Meanwhile, we got chicks right here. He's like, ain't no bitches up in this club. And we doing fine right now. But dudes sometimes become more groupies than women.
Oh, I've said that so many times. I'm like, I look at my homeboys or just people in the industry, and I'm like, they are groupies. Like, y'all more groupies than we are. Like, I've had a dude push me out the way in the front of a line of a club. I'm like, well, damn, nigga, this nigga ain't going nowhere, okay? The club
and he damn sure not gonna want you around.
Like, come on. Like, people are so... It's real out here. And I don't know where y'all from, whoever's watching, but it's real in California. It's real in New York. And I saw that you said that your first show was actually in New York, in a mainstream stage. Mm-hmm. Why did you feel like you had to go straight to the mainstream versus into a smaller arena?
Well, one, you know, our people are a little harder for me sometimes. Mm-hmm. They open up eventually, but you know, you go south and certain places, right. And this is the same thing for like conservative mm-hmm. and you know certain places too. But it was a little harder because you know we have our religion right. and you know it's like the minute you say gay, right?
How you talking about God and you? Granny, shut up!
Exactly. But the minute you do that, and mainstream has just been a variety of different people,
right?
And so it lightens up things. It's you know I wanted people to know however I'm going to be, whatever I'm going to be or look like or anything like that I can do this mm-hmm. in the I don't want to say the best of the best, but mm-hmm. I can do it in any spot where you feel like it's like not supposed to happen,
right?
So
what's next for you, Chaunte? Like, what's on the menu?
Man, I'm starting this house arrest tour. Mm-hmm. Starting next week, August 23rd to the 24th. I'm doing Reno, going to Nevada. You know, I'm gonna do a set and then hit that blackjack.
Okay, you're gambler.
I'm a $5 blackjack.
Me too. I don't want to give up more than $20.
Yeah, I might do it. But yeah, I'm doing that. I'm going to New York, September 26th, Gotham Comedy Club.
Oh, cool.
And right now, just developing some stuff and trying to get that out.
Thank you for being such a dope person. But before we get up out of here, I got one more question.
Yes.
What advice would you give your younger self?
Oh, last time I prayed, this is the second time I cried.
Oh, don't cry. We can cry together. I cried too, girl. You know what?
I can't
Sometimes you just gotta give it out and let people know that
Let me just hold my balls real quick.
And we cry too. You hard?
No, I'm hard. I am hard. No. What I would give to my younger self is that, it's gonna be okay, and believe in yourself.
Yes. And that just, you talk about crying, like, I'm such an emotional person.
I know, man. I don't even want to look at you right now.
So I'm like, only because
I'm not doing it.
Only because I took a time, like, you don't know me, but I'm going to give you a little background. I just had a daughter, you know, my life changed completely. I still wanted to be a part of this industry. I didn't know how I was going to do it. You know, I had a situation where it was exposed online to where I felt like everybody was against me. And I'm just now getting back, and you're my first sit down real interview, and I'm so thankful, so honored to be able to do this and be here again. And like you said, God is good, God is amazing, and He got me here. We had a little mishap the first time around, but like you said, God is so good that He brings people around people for many of reasons. Mm-hmm. Jessica met us at 92.3. We were having a shit day.
I was supposed to be there too.
Shit day that day, you know. Not shit in the sense of like the people we were meeting, but just things, technical difficulties. Mic wasn't working. So many things that can make us stop, you know. And like you said, you have to keep the team around you. But I just want to tell you to keep going. You know what? Even though you had a perk, you went out your way to do what you needed to do for yourself. Chaunte, I'm so thankful that you came here today. Sit down with me on Girl Talk Unplugged, on Street Talk.
Oh, you want me to come closer?
Yeah, you want us to come closer?
Check out my Netflix special. It's called They Ready. Okay, It's now streaming. Presented by Tiffany Haddish. We got the house arrest tour coming out. I'm coming to Reno, Nevada. I'm coming to New York. You know what I'm saying? So go to my website if you want tickets for more tour. It's cwayans.com.
Ow! I was her hype woman back there.